Hi guys, Canadian Hunter here. Got another scope review for you today. I just picked this up today actually. This is a Vortex Viper HST. And the purpose of the scope is going to be to go on my long range 308 gun that I've got. It's a Remington 700 varmint in 308. And the scope I had on there was a Vortex, just a regular Viper, 6.5 to 20, and it's been a good scope. But I needed that scope for a different gun, so I had to spend the money, and I find that Vortex stuff doesn't ever seem to go on sale, and if it does, it's just marginal. So I went to my local store today, and they happen to have this in stock, and I've been looking for about 6 months, and even when I can find it, it's always in mills, and I really wanted it in MOA. All my scopes are MOA, and I guess that's really just a preference. But specs on this gun or a scope are 50 mil objective, 65 minutes of adjustment in both your elevation and your windage. Of course, parallax adjustment. It parallaxes from 50 yards to what they would call infinite, which is really, really nice. About a 4-inch eye relief. I guess that's going to vary again depending on the power you're at. But what's also nice is that you can shim these turrets. So you can really, once you sort of find where your zero is, call it at whatever your yardage, 1 or 200 yards. I'm just going to zero mine at 100. But then I can shim it so that when I'm rolling back, it will stop. It's not going to stop exactly at zero, but it'll stop pretty close, and then I can just click back a couple times and I'll be at zero, and which is really, really nice for the kind of shooting I'm going to be doing with this scope, which is constantly shooting at varying ranges and distances, right? So it's going to be all over the place. So I want to have my zero, be able to adjust the scope, come back to zero very, very easily. And this scope is absolutely perfect for that. Quality is just phenomenal on these. I mean, when you feel what these scopes are like, I mean, you see them online, you see people sort of show you, but until you sort of feel these scopes, this is just absolutely just beautiful quality. And for the money, I mean, this scope was $889 plus tax in Canada here, and like I say, these never go on sale. And I think for what you get in a scope, and I mean, obviously, you would have to go to your local store to look through this to see what it looks like, but the clarity is fantastic on this scope. And I mean, no, I'm sure it's not as clear as like a Night Force. No, it's not going to be as nice as some other scopes out there, but I would say you're hard pressed to find another scope that's going to be able to do what this scope can do and to have the features it has for under $1,000. I think it's phenomenal value for what I'm going to use it for. And for me, this is not a hunting scope in any way. This is purely a long-range tactical scope, and I love the exposed turrets. I'm really sick of taking caps on and off. I love the fact that I can shim it and pop these shims in and just come back to zero, nice and quickly. I think that's going to be fantastic. Positive clicks, just super beautiful. I'm really excited to use the scope. Other things it comes with, it does come with a sunshade already. It's actually a very, very nice quality sunshade. And my other Vortex Viper did not come with a sunshade, and they charge about $50 or $60 for those. So that's actually a nice addition. I'm going to get flip caps for this. I absolutely hate these elastic caps, but I have been living with them for a long time. But I think a gun like this, you pop it out, flip the caps open. I think that's what I want. And so anyway, quick review. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I mean, this is one of these things where you really have to go to your store and feel them. But what I can tell you is that if you wanted a long-range scope that has decent minutes of angle of adjustment in there, so like say 65 minutes, with a resettable zero, so you can shim it so it comes back close to a zero, with 6 to 24 power, with decent clarity. Again, I find you'd be hard pressed to beat this for value. And when I do get this gun or scope mounted, and I might go to the range tomorrow and sight it in, I mean, I'll give you maybe an update. But I think that spend the money. I wouldn't go any cheaper than this, honestly, for a long range scope. And I think that you'd be hard pressed to really see the difference going to, unless you're doing, you know, professional shooting, which I'm not. This is pure for fun. Going to something like a Night Force or, you know, a high-end scope that's, you know, $2,500+ and, you know, I was looking at the Night Force and, you know, they're like $3,200 for those scopes, and I, you know, plus tax. So I mean, I'd be into that thing for about $3,500, and that's a hard pill to swallow. $1,000 was hard enough, but anyway, that's it. This is a Viper HST quick review. I think if you're interested in a long range scope, please check this scope out. I think you'll be really, really happy with it. If you like this video, please click like. And as always, guys, please click subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.